in Division 3, I learned that in Division 3 we're more than just classmates, and unlike last year, we're one big group that supports, helps, and cherishes the memories that we create and make.
In Division 3, I learned to collaborate with people outside of my friend zone, making myself more of an open-minded person. I've also learned to continue to give my best and push myself, no matter how exhausted I am.
We've all learned how important it is to work together.
Whether it's in group projects, class discussions, or helping each other with homework.
Yeah, Div 3 has shown us that we can accomplish much more when we work together.
In Division 3, I learned that the expectations are always high and you gotta try your very best.
In Div 3, I have learned that you don't have to be the best, you just have to be better than yesterday. And I feel like I have been doing my very best.
In Div 3, I've learned how to collaborate with others and just to help contribute to the community.
This year in Mr. Nicanor's class, we've been especially focusing on the core competencies.
We do this because in every single subject that we learn in school, we actually use every single one of the core competencies without really realizing it.
Not only does core competency help us with school subjects, it also helps us with daily lives and overcoming challenges.
Collaborating is about sharing ideas and asking questions about a topic.
In math, we do an activity called action, where two people get together to solve equations. The thing about action is you cannot finish until both people understand the questions.
Collaboration means working together with your peers to achieve something.
Like in one of the design thinking projects we did, we had to make a meal plan. We all worked together, we didn't split up and go different ways.
Communication is not always about talking about your ideas, but being more open-minded and listening to others.
For example, during our Ancient Civilizations project, we had to listen to other people, get their feedback to improve.
This past year, I've gotten increasingly better in communicating because I don't interrupt as much as I did in the past years. And like the older I get, the more I can contribute to a conversation because that's the more I know.
So I learned to talk a lot more, to make new friends, and yeah.
Last year I didn't talk a lot more, and now I talk like a lot, It's nice.
Positive and personal culture identity means that you have a positive view on yourself personally and culturally, and you're not letting others change who you are.
For example, if someone makes fun of your culture or your personality, you won't change because of what they said.
Personal awareness and responsibility is setting goals for yourself.
Is knowing where you're at and trying to go beyond and farther.
Personal awareness and responsibility is knowing where I need to go and finding out the steps that I need to get there.
Social responsibility is not just thinking about yourself, but also being aware and thinking about others too.
For example, you see garbage on the floor. If you pick it up, that's good social responsibility. If not, you need to work on it.
Like we do at Div 3, we work as a group and we help each other if one person's not doing so well.
Social responsibility is talking to everyone, not just your friends.
I feel that it is also helping others when struggling with work.
Creative thinking is the ability to generate original ideas and solutions. It's to create your own paths and choose one.
For example, in 15 minutes to save the world, we made creative ideas to save the earth and ocean. And earlier in this year, the grade 7s did cooking, and our goal was to make creative wraps.
Creative thinking is learning how to think outside of the box. Whether it's doing group projects, art, or design thinking, we use it every single day.
I've improved on always going above and beyond and doing more yes and thinking because I now have higher expectations for my work.
Critical thinking is analyzing all your options and finding the best one. For example, one of our projects was the pegboard summative, where we had to think logically to find the best solution to our problems.
Critically thinking is also thinking logically, which means you have to take the clues that are around you and figure out what's like the answer to whatever you're solving.
Critical thinking is basically thinking logically. So, for instance, I could take a few moments to think to myself before I ask any questions.
We do critical thinking every day, whether during a test or predicting from a book, even solving a math question. I think critical thinking isn't just thinking before I ask, but also problem solving by choosing the most reasonable idea of all the creative ones.
What I've learned in Mr. Nicanor's class is to become more of a leader by helping others.
And something that I learned was to always give my best and never slack off.
Now I am a hard worker and I'm determined to try my best every single day. Even if my best is hard, I will stay determined and a hard worker.
Last year, I always leave things to the last minute because they were too hard for me. But now I always try my best to finish things right away and practice more so I can finish them before quizzes.
I'm not a person who can work hard, try my hardest to get better.
I'm not a person who can actually study for the tests I have.
Before I went to Division 3, I was kind of lazy and never got good grades, and now that I'm here, I'm able to upgrade my average mark and get all my homework done.
I have learned to give my best every day and paying attention to Miss Nicolor and helping my group.
We are both now better leaders who are willing to step up and share our ideas.
We are also more determined for better results in summatives and other assignments because now we have higher expectations.
Since September, we've all learned so much.
We've gotten better at working together and listening to each other.
It's great to see how we've all changed, and we're all proud of how far we've come.